This is a companion video to my recent essay, A Shadow of Your Harm Self, in which I broke down Ellie's story and her descent into darkness, and her eventual return to the light, if you will. Well, of course, I technically only talked about half of the game in that video, choosing to leave Abby's story almost completely absent, so I could tell the story from Ellie's perspective, only seeing Abby on screen when Ellie herself saw her with her own eyes. Well, with The Last of Us Part 2 being one of my favourite games of all time, I have a lot to say about it, and Abby's story is worth talking about. So, even more than the Ellie video, I'm going to assume you're familiar with this game's story. So let's start with her first chronological appearance.
Dad? Dad? Dad! Come on.
Well, on the same day that Joel and Ellie arrive in Salt Lake City, home of St. Mary's Hospital, the Firefly base that's the one place that they could hope to make a vaccine from Ellie's immunity, Abby is nearby searching for her dad, who's currently wandering the woods. Turns out that the abandoned zoo, home of the giraffes seen in Part 1, has also seen other animals spilling out into the overgrown streets, this time a pregnant zebra that Jerry, Abby's dad, has been keeping an eye on.
Abs? You got a little mud on you there, sweetheart.
So do you.
Where?
Right there. You know, every time you run off like this, they give me shit about it.
Come on.
Believe it or not, they actually care about your safety.
These woods are safe.
Dad.
Abs, she's been hanging out right on the other side of those trees.
And?
She's due any day now. We'll just check on her and then we'll head back. I promise.
Let's just make it quick.
See? I've got my little girl to keep me safe.
Dad!
Holy fuck. Everybody's looking for you. We gotta... Hey, wait!
Dad! What's going on?
Come on! We did good back there.
Doc, that girl showed up.
What girl?
The one Marlene keeps talking about. They found her in the tunnels. She has an old bite mark on her arm. No signs of infection.
That can't be.
They're already running tests on her, but you gotta get down there.
Jerry is obviously a little torn up about this, but he can see the benefits. One girl for the entire world. Even young Abby agrees.
You're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
If it was me, I'd want you to do the surgery.
It's a decision that Ellie might have made, hell, would have made, if she was given the choice. Joel probably wouldn't have flown off the handle, and the Fireflies would have had their chance to create the cure. And speaking of Joel, infamous tough guy with a lot of enemies, his reputation as a killer who's not to be messed with might have changed. But of course, we all know what really happens. Joel goes bananas, kills half of the Fireflies in the hospital, plunges a scalpel into Jerry's throat and runs off with Ellie, killing Marlene on the way out.
Is he still in the fucking building?
Is it?
Abby.
No!
Abby, don't look.
Dad! Dad! No! No! No!
and thus starts the cycle of violence in these two families. Abby will spend almost 5 years searching for Joel, and it starts all over again with Ellie.
Joel, get up. Joel, fucking get up. Please stop. Please don't shoot. Joel, please get up. No!
Stop it. I'm gonna kill you.
What?
Seriously, stop it.
All right.
Chronologically, we don't see Abby again for quite a while. By this point, she's already in the WLF as a rookie, on her way to becoming the infamous killing machine in Seattle. And who else had that title? Joel. He lost Sarah, emotionally shut down, and became a ruthless killer, until being given a second chance, and commits an act of violence to protect that second chance. Abby loses her dad, emotionally shuts down, becomes a ruthless killer, and commits an act of violence that she believes will set her free from trauma. Ellie loses Joel, emotionally shuts down, becomes a ruthless killer, and commits an act of violence that she believes will set her free from trauma. These characters are all so alike, and have a very similar story. It just shows that without the rule of law where killing happens regularly, everyone just turns into the same person, all wanting to be free from violence and trauma, but being too caught up in emotion to do anything about it. I see it every day. Not killing people. But when I was struggling with my mental health and my place in the world, I would go on and on about wanting things to change. And what I was doing was making it worse, and when it came to actually changing the status quo, I didn't do anything. And then 6 months down the line, I'd say, oh, nothing's changing, I want things to change. And on it goes. For me, it went on for years. Personally or politically, we all want change, but never want to be the one to do it. When it comes to The Last of Us Part 2, it took the final showdown, a pointless fight, for Ellie to say fuck it and stop the cycle. Letting Abby free saved Ellie too. On the topic of their stories all being the same, Joel was given a second chance through Ellie. Ellie was given a second chance through JJ. And Abby's second chance? Well, we'll have to wait until Abby was fully transformed first. Right, where were we? Ah, yes. WLF rookie.
Abby!
I'm down here, you asshole.
You jumped? And I missed it?
I thought you drowned.
And you came to my rescue?
No. I came to make sure you drowned.
In my other companion video, my favourite character in The Last of Us Part 2, I briefly touched on the WLF's rise to power, and giving the angry and resentful a violent outlet to indulge in their darkest desires. Well, for Abby, the WLF is exactly what she needed to become a shadow of her former self, and channel her inner turmoil into killing scars. Without Marlene and Jerry, the Fireflies were leaderless and causeless, and Abby's friends, who survived and followed her north, all fell into the same roles, feeding the war machine because they had no other home.
Owen,
What are they gonna do? Kick out a bunch of displaced Fireflies who have nowhere else to go?
maybe? I don't want to find out.
Just come see this thing.
But after a while, people start to wake up to reality, especially if their heart was never really in it in the first place. The glimpses we get into Abby after her father's death shows us the girl who's hiding deep inside, and the woman who's forming in that pit in her heart. Owen has always been her one and only. And even as a trainee in the WLS forces, his heart was never in it. We see their discovery of the aquarium, which would eventually become his getaway home, a place where he could really be himself.
Oh my god.
Whoa. You don't see that every day.
They watch the seals through the aquarium windows, and Abby's darkness begins to take over. That respite could only last so long before trauma rears its ugly head to remind her who's in control. She wants to hone her skills and become a machine, the most powerful she could physically become to go and slay her dragon. But Owen? He'd rather stay and watch the animals. Probably reminiscing about taking care of them with Jerry. That's the memory of Jerry that Abby should have. But much like Ellie, she can only picture her father in a pool of blood. The following flashbacks show Abby's descent into that obsession that almost drove Ellie mad. Owen so desperately wants to leave Seattle behind and raise a family.
Hey.
Hey. Is everything all right?
Yeah. Is it bad time?
No. No.
And in another universe, he might have done it with Abby, who he clearly still cares for. But Abby's journey was much longer than Ellie's, spending years festering that darkness inside of her. A slower rotting to the core, and a gradual transformation into a living weapon. Much like Dina, Owen steps away from Abby and eventually begins a family with Mel, choosing not to let himself be sucked into that black hole forming inside Abby. But his connection to Abby was strong enough for him to stay close by, hoping that one day she would finally claw herself out of that pit. And of course we know he should have gone while he had the chance, gone with Mel. That boat was his baby. And he had one on the way. If the Fireflies were really rebuilding down in California, then he should have escaped that maelstrom that was Seattle and set out to be free. But loyalty, or perhaps sheer bad luck, had him stay. And when the consequences of Abby's actions caught up to her, all of her friends, including Owen, paid the price.
When the moon comes
I
out.
found Joel's brother. He's at a settlement out in Wyoming.
How do you know that?
The Fireflies who served with him got picked up at the wall.
I thought he quit like a decade ago.
Yeah.
So, have these guys heard from him since?
It's a lead. I gotta see it through.
Okay, but you know that even if he is there, and you do find him, he might not know where Joel is, right? Isaac's never gonna let that many people go off base.
He already did.
Bullshit.
Who's more about justice than Isaac? He knows what Joel's done. Hey. We're doing this together, right?
Of course.
Speaking of consequences for your actions catching up to you, Abby has tracked Joel to Jackson. Maybe if she brutally tortures and kills him, it'll stop her nightmares.
Is this it?
We made it.
Holy shit. It's a fucking city.
Yeah. Okay. Assuming he's in there, how do we get to him?
We can corner one of the patrols and get confirmation, and then, I don't know, maybe find a way to lure him out.
Yeah, okay. I'm sure they'll be happy to offer that information up.
Well, then we make them.
Do you hear yourself?
What is going on with you?
Mel's pregnant.
Oh. Okay.
It's not just that, though.
Should I say congrats?
When everyone else sees this, they're gonna want to turn back.
We can convince him, right? I fucking knew I couldn't count on you.
Abby, I want what you want, but not at any cost.
Much like when Ellie left Jesse behind, Abby goes off alone into the storm, recklessly putting her life on the line because she just can't see straight. And hidden in the blizzard is a horde of infected ready to swallow her whole. As she's consumed underneath a wave of infected, it looks like this could be the end, and maybe it should have been. Reminds me of someone else we know. And like in my video describing that someone, so fate reaches out and extends its hand one last time and offers her mercy. For Ellie's own sake, it might have been better if she'd have drowned. She'd finally be free. But no. She's too damn stubborn.
Give me your hand! We're gonna have to run!
Fate literally extends its hand and offers Abby mercy. A final chance to change her mind before she's on her own. But watching closely,
Hey, I'm Tommy. That's Joel. What's your name?
Abby.
Abby.
that is the look of someone who's too far gone.
Tommy, we cannot stay here!
The horses ain't making it all
No,
that
my
way.
friends. My friends are at a mansion just north of here. It's fenced in. We have the whole perimeter secure.
It's a Baldwin place. I can work.
All right. I'll get the door.
You ride with me. Come on.
We all know what happens next. Our beloved Joel dies and the cycle starts all over again. But when Joel stares death in the face, he shows no fear and it just makes her angrier.
Why don't you say whatever speech you got rehearsed? Get this over with.
He knows he's crossed a lot of people. She could be the grieving daughter, wife, or mother of 100 different people. But the only thing that truly matters to him is Ellie, and he got her back. She forgave him, and yes, he dies in a lot of pain. It's a death few people deserve. But the last thing that goes through his brain, other than the end of a golf club, is the knowledge that she forgave him. In a way, you could say he dies happy and at peace. The same can't be said for everyone else in this room though. Other than Tommy, Ellie and Abby, everyone else in this room suffers a violent and gruesome end just for being there. A twisted sense of loyalty brought them here to honour Abby's wishes, and they paid the price. And the ones who remain are tortured by it for the rest of their lives, especially Tommy, whose ending remains unclear. And finally, when Abby lands the killing blow, that vision she had of her mind no longer haunted by the ghosts of her past shatters as she so clearly doesn't feel anything, just as empty as she was before, if not a little more. Like I said in Ellie's video, there is a piece of your soul that dies and rots inside you when you do this to someone.
Fucking bad.
He's right. We can't have loose ends.
We killed them. We're no better than he was. They didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, look at my face.
Fuck your face. You should have been guarding the upstairs like I told you to.
Move!
Back up.
Calm down.
Or what?
Back the fuck up!
Calm down!
Darden! You gonna shoot me?
Stop! We're done.
And back in Seattle, it's clear that it didn't do anything to stop the nightmares.
Abby.
In my video about Ellie's story, I told it from her perspective, only showing Abby on screen when Ellie herself saw her. and it ended up lending a slightly different perspective. Well, with the game's context, Abby waking up at the stadium and giving us a first perspective of the WLF behind the curtain is very tense. Every corner you turn, you're expecting to see the evidence of what makes the WLF the way they are. But nothing.
I gotta talk to my dad for a second. Grab us some food?
Yeah, on it.
Get me something con picante.
You get what you get.
This is the Washington Liberation Front as Abby sees it. Kids going to class, a community building a living in the stadium, and people just going about their business, ending every day happy to be alive.
Hey, sir.
Ah, Abby.
How you feeling?
Fantastic. Would you please tell him to get rid of this?
Ugh, I've tried.
I look good.
Te ves horrible.
Bueno, we have to head out.
Keep him safe.
For you, I will.
On the personal side, Abby and Mel are at odds. She rightly judges Abby for hunting down Joel to torture and kill him.
I think you get a kick out of making me uncomfortable.
No, it's an opportunity for you two to finally move forward.
We've barely said a word to each other since Jackson. I'm just supposed to pretend that didn't happen?
Of course not. You guys need to talk about it.
She wanted Joel dead as much as the rest of us.
But she's not like the rest of us. She hasn't hurt people like that before.
She kills scars all the time.
Not the way we kill Joe.
She's also tense around Abby as they both know that Owen still has a lot of feeling for her.
Knock, knock. Ready to roll?
Yeah, just about. Hi. Hey. I actually cleared you for active duty.
Barely.
You could probably get a stay if you ask.
I'd rather not sit around if I don't have to.
No one's okay with this?
Why would it be up to Owen? We need to grab Alice on our way.
Hey. Do better.
From this perspective, Seattle looks beautiful. The community looks beautiful and cozy.
How have you been sleeping these days?
Not great?
Do you want me to get you something from the pharmacy? Or...
Nah, I'm good.
It's not a big deal.
No, it's fine. I'm just gonna wear myself out. I've been picking up a few extra assignments.
You and Owen.
What do you mean?
Nothing.
But outside those walls, danger lurks round every corner, and the scars are always close by to remind them of their sins and punish them. Let's talk a minute about the Seraphites. First of all, they slice into their cheeks, scarring themselves as a reminder that they are imperfect. This is how they got their nickname from the WLF. But they are literally a scar on Seattle, a memory of the past, a residue of a violent history, and their judgment is inflicted on the wolves for their sins. The WLF's clutching onto the old world is seen by the Seraphites as an embarrassment. The collapse of humanity wasn't a tragedy, it was a cleansing, and from the Seraphites' perspective, their war with the WLF is like a purification. But was this really the teachings of their prophet? The mother of their religion? Well, let's return to the Seraphites a little later. Right now, Abby has no reason to see them as anything but a twisted, bloodthirsty cult.
God, remember when we could pass through this area without getting jumped by scars?
Getting nostalgic about the truce? Easier days, huh?
Too easy. We let our guard down, and they strung up an entire squad.
That was in retaliation to us shooting those kids.
Okay, but those kids attacked our guys. What would you do?
I don't know, not riddle them with bullets?
I'd rather save our people.
Manny, they're kids. It's not their fault.
Not our fault either. Those deaths are on them.
Okay.
The stadium is the home of the WLF, housing non-combatants, children and the elderly. But as we approach one of the forward operating bases, occupied exclusively by the military, we're reminded that wolves don't shit where they eat. The death, the violence, the smell is kept far away from the general population. The perspective of someone living in the stadium looks quite good. No Seraphite is attacking that fortress. But hidden miles away are the real cogs in the machine. The prison cells. Holding pens to lock up captured scars like wild dogs. But this isn't a sanctuary filled with barking and wagging tails. It's quiet, cold, surgical. The eerie silence is only broken by the innate babble and whispers of the prisoners still holding hope that one day they'll see sunlight.
Hey, Abby.
We need to go up.
Isaac's in there.
Oh. Do you know if he'll be long?
Said again when you two arrive. Come on.
The first appearance of Isaac shows him exactly how the Seraphites do, which is perfect. Abby doesn't see him as the fearless leader who will do what he needs for his people. She sees the man hidden behind the curtain, a cold, calculated, and methodical torturer.
Don't let him fall asleep.
Yes, sir.
Let's go up. These small skirmishes. Can't keep going like this.
Then, what?
We could try another truce. But how long before some asshole on their side or our side unravels the whole thing? No. It has to be all of them.
Sir, we try attacking their island.
Not like this. Not with everyone. There's a big storm a few days out. We're gonna use it to mask our approach. You two are gonna lead the first wave. Pick your squads, start prepping.
I want Owen. When are he and Danny getting back?
Who talked, Nora? No secrets between the Salt Lake crew, huh?
Is Owen okay?
As far as I know.
Then why didn't you send a search party after him?
He shot Danny. Apparently to protect some scar.
It's bullshit.
Excuse me?
That's not Owen. You got it wrong.
You're saying Danny used his last breath to lie to me?
Sir, people hear that story. Owen's dead. Anyone who finds him, they'll gun him down for sport.
Then I suggest you all stop gossiping about it.
Let me go after him. I'll walk him back in. We'll get to the bottom.
No.
You said yourself the storm's a few days.
No. We've only got one shot at this. And this is bigger than any of us. Definitely bigger than Owen.
Abby's reputation is at odds with her true self. She might be everyone's favourite scar killer, but her main priorities lie with her friends. And how quickly she goes AWOL shows how little the cause really means to her. Her conscience is showing through the cracks in her armour.
If Owen's out there, how the hell are you going to find him?
I know where he'll go.
It's not long into her trip to the aquarium that she's surrounded by Seraphite patrols.
That guide you right off a cliff. These freaks are in our backyard.
Get the fuck off me!
fate has come to teach Abby another lesson. Killing Joel didn't bring her any comfort, and most importantly, didn't stop her nightmares. Taking life made Joel's mental health worse, Ellie too. This trained killer might have to use her skills to preserve life for once if she ever wants to sleep at night.
They are nested with sin. Free them, that they may know mine. Yara.
The true test of character for Abby will be how she reacts to being saved by Seraphite children. A part of Abby, one of the darkest pieces of her soul, died here, and it was choked and suffocated out of her. And now this warrior's heart has room to grow.
Yara. Demons are coming. Cut her down. She's one of them. Lev.
And if you were a Seraphite exile on the run, you'd be very lucky to run into Abby.
Watch your backs.
That imagery of Abby with the hammer has become iconic. It's featured in artwork, fan-made and official, and fittingly it's the exact opposite of Ellie's iconic switchblade. That knife is almost elegant, it's lethal, pinpoint, precise and silent, just like Ellie and her style in combat, whereas the hammer is literally a blunt tool, just like Abby. A tool for violence, but originally a tool for creation. The switchblade, designed for violence. The hammer, a makeshift weapon. As a soldier, as a friend of doctors and daughter of a surgeon, Abby is constantly fighting with her nature as a protector, especially after saving kids of the enemy.
This area gets a lot of traffic. Whatever shape she's in, you need to get out of here by tomorrow.
We'll be fine.
Yeah.
But anyway, detour over. It's time to close in on Owen. Before we get to it, yes, I know this is the scary boat scene that everyone always clowns on, but it's genuinely one of my favourite scenes in the entire game. Such a heartbreaking portrayal of a soldier who's become disillusioned with the cause he signed up for, and now he's just exhausted and lost.
I've killed a lot of scars. And, fucking guy.
Do you ever notice how Owen is never seen in combat? Almost all of Abby's and Ellie's companions have sections in the game where they accompany you in some sort of combat scenario, even if only briefly. But Owen, just like his nature, is never seen in combat. He never liked it, and now actively avoids the war by going AWOL. His own nature conflicts with The Last of Us Part 2 as a video game in the most literal sense. Yeah, and then they smooch. Those reoccurring nightmares are not going away. She thought torturing and killing the person who killed her dad would make her life better, but she's still finding herself in that corridor, every step taking her closer to an ending she's relived 1,000 times. We only see it a few times ourselves, but in Jackson, in the stadium, she was jolting awake. It feels like Abby might never have gone a single night without finding herself opening her eyes to that piercing alarm and blood pooling on the floor.
Those fucking kids.
Don't come any closer.
It's me. Sorry. How's she doing? Want to move your arm? Lean into me.
Where are you taking her?
Come on.
What are you doing?
I'm giving her a chance.
Luckily, Abby's friends are almost all reluctant soldiers of the WLF, and every single one of them holds a special place in their heart for the people they used to be, and it doesn't take long for them to turn around and help Lev and Yara. But her wounds are too severe to treat with chair legs and first aid kits. This requires amputation. Luckily, their friend Nora said that she was at the hospital. Surely she'll have what she needs. It's fitting that Yara requires an amputation, as if it mirrors what Abby is going through at the minute with her mental health and her place in Seattle as a WLF soldier. If she's to truly heal, she needs to cut out that part of herself, step back, look inside and amputate the rotten parts in order for healthy growth in the future. In less words, the WLF is doing nothing to stop her nightmares. So off to the hospital it is with the last airbender. Jokes aside, I adore Lev. He's a fish out of water in the old world, with an innocent, childlike nature about him.
We were lucky Mel was there. She's one of the best surgeons in Seattle.
Mel. And what's his name? The man?
Owen.
Mel, Owen, Abby.
And the dog's Alice.
I don't like dogs.
Cats. Dancing cats.
People from the old time were weird.
Being a Seraphite, they reject the old world as much as feasibly possible, build around it, walk under and over it, and leave it in peace. They figured out how to traverse the city like animals in the woods, silent and able to slip away unseen at a moment's notice.
How do we not find these?
Wolves never look up.
What does that mean?
It means no matter how many people or guns you have, we'll find a way around you.
And this particular mouse is good to have around, able to see paths Abby would have never thought of, and move silently and light as a feather.
What the fuck?
You know I can't do that, right?
One thing about little critters is that they tend to be excellent burrowers or climbers, and Lev doesn't mind scaling buildings and jumping between rooftops like a squirrel.
What the fuck is that?
That's the bridge.
Lev!
Follow me.
Fuck!
We'll go slow.
Okay, let's finally talk about Abby's fear of heights. It's been alluded to throughout the entire story. But much like all of the other problems in her life that are holding her back, the only way she'll ever be free is to face them head on, no matter how much she shakes.
What's going on between you and your friend Owen?
Oh my god, Lev, now?
It seemed really awkward.
Just go!
That is true bravery. No matter how scared you are, you rise to your feet in order to save yourself or someone else.
I did it!
Come on.
Can we take a minute and be impressed by me?
Not yet.
Lev, come here, I'm gonna hug you.
You're not gonna want to hug me in a second.
Why? Why?
You'll see.
Holy shit, Lev!
It's gonna be okay. Eyes on me.
Shit.
And trust me, I know how it feels. Abby is hard as nails, but her foundations quiver in fear when she looks down. And I'm the same. Not with heights, but with spiders. Yeah, I know nobody likes them. But every spider season in the UK, I walk around my house like Frodo and Kira Thorngold. Always expecting Shelob to drop on my head.
Hey, look, y'all really think he look like Steve Harvey? Huh?
I could act as tough as I want, but I see house spiders and my hands shake, my legs feel like wet pasta and I start sweating. Jumping spiders are cute though. I just can't help but be afraid of the big ones. It's like a switch in my brain flips and I feel like a child again. But facing your fears is an integral part of life. Otherwise you'll stay stuck in the same place forever. Which is why, on a story level, it could only be Abby to scale the skyscraper and cross the bridge. What a way to face your biggest fear. Abby came on this mission to help, but little does she know her second day back in Seattle has been and will continue to be Abby's ultimate test of character. Now all that's left to do is get to the other side.
Oh my god.
Almost there.
Shit.
Hey, look! You can see the hospital now.
Oh fuck! Oh fuck!
Focus on me.
I can't do this, Lev. I can't do this.
Yes, you can.
I can't.
You're going to. Come on. True strength.
True strength. True strength. Okay, you're almost there. You can make it. Careful. Fuck.
Almost there.
All right.
Come on.
I'm dizzy.
Abby! Hold on.
Hold me up.
Hold me up.
You ready?
Take it a minute. Please.
Okay.
As they approach the hospital, Abby obviously has to leave Lev behind temporarily while she goes to find Nora. But Abby's been AWOL since Owen disappeared, and running off this close to the final battle has Isaac pissed.
Hey! Hey! Let me the fuck out! God damn.
You're gonna dislocate your shoulder. Well, I never thought I'd see you on Isaac's bad side.
I need some medical supplies.
Why? What happened to him?
Compartment syndrome.
Most of these supplies have been packed and shipped already.
What?
We haven't cleared out the lower floors yet.
Would they have what I need?
Yeah, probably, but it's rough down there. What's Owen's plan once Mel gets that arm off?
He's been talking about Santa Barbara.
He knows that's all bullshit, right?
So here we are, finally. Ground Zero. In my video, My Favourite Character in The Last of Us Part 2, I touched a little on the lore of the lower levels of the hospital, and tied it in with the theme of the city of Seattle being a character in the story, treating the festering cocoon of the Rat King like Seattle's womb, birthing out an angry monster, nature's masterpiece. But now, let's look at the slightly more literal meaning behind the Rat King's place in the story. Well, we've finally reached the namesake of this video. Abby is in the belly of the beast now. The basement is the proving ground for both of our main characters. It was the place Ellie became a shadow of her former self, the ultimate test of character. I said in that video, that girl is gone. And like the birth of a newborn baby, she leaves the belly of the beast soaked in blood and returns a woman. For Abby, this putrid proving ground is her way of finally coming face to face with who she's become. All that trauma and anger has changed her, she just couldn't see it. The Rat King is her man in the mirror, so to speak. A reflection of what she's turned into, a manifestation of that churning black pit in her stomach that caused her to mutate into this perfect killing machine. She battles her trauma through killing this beast. This is Abby's proving ground. If she slays this dragon, she'll break the curse. The nightmares will finally end and she might finally get a good night's rest.
No one's ever gonna believe that shit.
So she comes out victorious. She battled the physical manifestation of her trauma and made it out alive. And now she's returning with what Yara needs. Abby's redemption has finally begun.
Looking for you. What did you do?
Nothing. I told you to stay put.
I couldn't. Your friends are all over the place. Did you get the stuff?
Yeah. Now I just need to get the hell out of here.
Her brief time with Lev has also brought out her fierce maternal instincts that she might not have known she had. She's already starting to feel like a mother figure to these kids, Lev especially. And she almost instantly decides that taking these kids to California and abandoning the WLF is what she really wants.
Is she gonna be okay?
Yeah, actually. Hey.
They're just kids.
I know.
What happened to us?
Maybe we stopped looking for the light.
Maybe.
So Yara is okay. And look at Abby's face. She's lost that stern survivalist stare, and it's been replaced with a softness that has come from helping these kids. She finally embraced her nature as a protector. The final test is to see if she can sleep properly. She's been jolting awake, covered in sweat for God knows how long. But now she's on a new path, and it's up to her subconscious to decide if it's the right one. She still has a long way to go. She has a reputation after all, and that doesn't go away overnight. But for Abby at least, waking up naturally after everyone else is probably the best feeling in the world. And it doesn't matter that it was in a sleeping bag on the cold floor of a damp aquarium, because I bet it's the best sleep she's had in years. Mel is on board with the plan to seek out the Fireflies supposedly rebuilding in California.
But not if you come.
What?
He may fall for your little act with these kids, but I don't.
There's nothing to fall for.
Isaac's top scar killer suddenly had a change of heart. Nothing to do with Owen, right?
I haven't always done the right thing.
You're a piece of shit, Abby. You always have been.
Okay, it's finally time to talk about Mel. She is one of the most hard done to characters in this entire story, and we the player unfortunately don't really get to bond with Mel as a character, as she has an antagonistic relationship with Abby, whose perspective we see the game through. The most we get from Mel is the brief conversation she has with Abby about Jerry in day one.
I'm not as fearless as you think. Oh, please. Like, I could never do the surgery stuff you do. Be too freaked out about fucking it up.
You think I don't feel the same way?
Well, for what it's worth, my dad always said you were his best student.
He did? Well, he always said he was an idiot.
The rest of her appearances, she's at odds with Abby, as she knows Owen still has strong feelings for her and vice versa. And heartbreakingly, Mel is so obviously the rebound after Owen broke up with Abby. There's probably 1,000 reasons why they split, her anger and obsession probably being the biggest. Mel ended up getting pregnant to a man who was and is so clearly lost and confused about his life, obsessing over a rumour that the Fireflies are rebuilding in California, holding on to a shattered life that he misses so much. Okay, yes, Mel was part of the crew that hunted Joel down to torture and kill him, but I genuinely believe she only went on that mission to keep an eye on Owen, on his long trip, shacked up close with Abby. When you look at it like that, it's even more heartbreaking. Much like all of Abby's friends who stuck together, even to the point of following her to Jackson, they all, including Mel, pay the price for being there. Whether it be fate, Ellie's wrath, or sheer bad luck, they all meet an untimely end. But for now, she's still alive and incredibly pissed at Abby. And now Lev has ran off in a huff.
Abby?
Nice shirt.
Are you okay?
How's your arm?
It's better than it was this morning.
Lev coming around?
He will. Do you mind helping me look for him? He was pretty worked up.
Sure.
Which brings us to the other topic we haven't covered, that being Lev's identity. It's alluded to on their trip to the hospital why Lev and Yara were on the run. Abby doesn't initially clock what the issue is until a Seraphite patrol catches them and dead names Lev before trying to kill the two of them.
Did you hear what they called me?
Yeah.
Do you want to ask me about it?
Do you want me to ask you about it?
No.
Okay.
So yes, Lev is transgender. His final decision to present as male after years of gender dysphoria was when it was decided by the Seraphite elders that he was to be a wife for them, a religious duty to bear children in the name of the Prophet. And just to remind you, Lev is 13.
For a long time, I didn't understand why he was questioning the laws, the traditions. When he explained to me how he felt inside, I told him he had to keep it to himself. I was hoping he'd snap out of it. He seemed fine for a while. But then he shaved his head. Like one of the men. It was suicide.
With Yara and Lev's mother being a to-the-core devout, they were reported to the rest of the community and driven out. There are now whole patrols out in the streets out to find them and make an example of them both. This is the life of a transgender kid in deep Orthodox country. This is the life of every trans kid. They will always be on the run, sometimes metaphorically, sometimes literally. Anybody born feeling they're in the wrong body and are brave enough to admit it, choose a life of danger and persecution. Any member of the LGBT community knows that somewhere in the world there are communities of people who would hunt them down for sport. So you have two choices. Live a lie or live genuinely. One comes with significantly more danger. Which brings us to the apocalypse. It seems that people born after the fall are generally more accepting and freely presenting as their genuine selves. Bigotry, after all, is a social construct, one that has its historical roots in, unfortunately, religion. Dusty old books telling people how they should think and still today are excused by misinterpretation. Hateful in the name of religion? They've misinterpreted it, or perfectly interpreted it, depending on your perspective of your own interpretation of a book written hundreds or thousands of years ago. Look, I'm not hating on religion for the sake of hating on it. Some people I've met are devout followers and incredible human beings, and some who aren't. If you're religious and you get something out of it, if it lights up your life, then who am I to judge? But you also have to consider the perspective of somebody told that they will burn in hell for existing. The apocalypse is the end of social constructs as we know it. The things we argue about now look trivial in the face of the end of the world. The Last of Us Part 2 is about a lot of things, perspectives being one of the most integral. Just some surgeon, or Abby's entire world? Bloodthirsty cult, or a light for the lost? You get the idea. This is a world full of people making decisions based on what they think is right, and all they can go off of is the context of their experiences. On its most fundamental level, The Last of Us Part 1 and 2 is about love. What we do for love, good and bad, peaceful and violent. Joel shot his way out of St. Mary's Hospital for love. Abby beat him to death for love. And on it goes. Lev being driven out of his community and cursed to be lost with no family just for being himself, had Abby instantly change her priorities and rethink her entire life. She quite quickly decides that she could be a mother figure to Lev, the boy with nothing left. I imagine being a trans kid is often a lonely life until someone comes along who loves you unconditionally. So for now, Yara and Abby are looking for a gift to bring Lev around.
What about this?
It's perfect. Mel's wrong, you know. You're a good person.
You don't know me.
I know enough.
Abby, will you stop stealing my stuff, please?
I'm sorry, I didn't realize you owned everything in the aquarium.
Yeah, well, my aquarium, my stuff. I'm just kidding. Take whatever you want. You can't.
Have you seen Lev?
Yeah. He was down that hallway. Can I talk to you?
I'll catch up.
Okay.
She couldn't tell I was joking. I suck with kids.
Yeah.
They really like you, though. So, coming to Santa Barbara, right?
I can't.
Why?
You know why.
We can figure this out.
It's too late.
No, it isn't. Look, I know it's a fucking mess. I know. But we can choose to be happy. Happy. We're allowed to be happy.
Okay, I suppose we should also talk about this love triangle. Obviously, Owen cheating on pregnant Mel and clearly not having his heart in the relationship is sad enough for poor Mel, but the entire love triangle have a pretty heartbreaking dynamic. Abby clearly struggles to connect with people beyond a surface level, with Owen being the only exception. Lev soon to be number 2. But I also imagine that Abby has certain reluctant admiration for Mel. She's everything her father was. Abby sees herself as a monster, and probably even feels undeserving of Owen's love, even though all she wants is to run away with him. But she is trying to be a better person, one that somebody like Mel could respect.
You hear that?
Lev! Get back here! Lev!
What's he doing? He's going after her.
After who?
His mom.
She's gonna kill him, Abby.
Is the boat ready?
Not yet.
How much time do you need?
A few hours.
We'll head him off. We'll grab a boat from the marina.
Hey, she just had surgery. I'm fine.
How else am I gonna find him?
I'll go with you.
Owen?
They're heading to the fucking island.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna let her go by herself.
Actually, you are.
I can help.
Yeah, by staying here and fixing the fucking sailboat. Get your priorities straight. Stay on the dock. I'll go get a boat and pick you up here.
No, I can help.
Not with this. I got it. Okay. Okay.
Abby, what the fuck?
Manny?
You by yourself?
Yeah.
Shit. This sniper's a fucking pro.
What are you doing out here?
The boats. We were supposed to hit the island tonight. Then this pendejo showed up.
The sniper has Manny pinned down at the marina, but not a Scar. This one's a trespasser.
Fuck these trespassers.
What trespassers?
The last few days, they came out of nowhere. They're hitting us hard.
Since Abby ran off, she's been cut off from the radio chatter. This is the first she's hearing of people from outside the city coming to pick people off. Since she left the stadium on day 1, Jordan, Leah, Nick and Nora have all been killed. That's almost all of Abby's friends who came with her from Salt Lake. But she's unaware for now, and this is no time for a catch-up. They have to close on this sniper before he comes. That look of horror as she stares into the ocean. It just dawned on Abby who these trespassers are, and what Manny meant by hitting us hard. Why now? After everything she's been through to redeem herself, can't she leave the past behind? Well, she can't think about that now. Lev is in danger, and all she can hope is to find him fast and leave Seattle before the people from Jackson find her. So she throws herself into the storm to chase Lev. She will not let him die after everything she's been through with him. All 36 hours of it. It barely took anything for her to decide that he was her focus now. For a terrifying religious order that guts people, they built something beautiful on their island. If they weren't so dangerous and twisted, this would be a dream. An isolated island away from infected, self-sufficient with rich farmland and livestock. The forest has allowed for the building of entire villages. It's like a medieval town, safe from the horrors of the mainland. It's almost a shame that it's about to burn to the ground. The WLF has begun their assault. Isaac claims he wants an end to the fighting, so he'd rather bring an end to the entire Seraphite community. I suppose sending the military in to flatten the entire place and slaughter every man, woman and child would end the fighting, and then the Seraphites would cease to exist. Flawed or not, some of the Seraphites are loving. Lev and Yara are a perfect example. The Prophet may or may not have intended them to turn out the way that they did. But she's dead, and the Elders have child wives. Something must have gone wrong along the way. Just like the WLF, they rose up against Federa's authoritarianism, but became more and more violent, creating a society built on violence. So fittingly, they all run in with visions of purging their neighbours and end up getting slaughtered too. Two polar opposites driven by hate end up destroying themselves in an attempt to get revenge. Kind of like a full-scale war version of our two main characters. The obsession with revenge and violence only ends with mutually assured destruction.
This way.
Got one! Abby?
Yara! Yara, get up! Yara, please!
We need to move.
Come on! I can't leave her here! Stay back! Drop it! Now!
Oh, shit.
It's Abby! Stay back!
Stand down.
Isaac.
What the hell are you doing?
I need you to hear me out.
What's that behind you?
He saved my life.
Move out of the way. We'll deal with you back home.
He's not one of them, please.
Abby, move.
God damn it, he's just a kid!
You have 3 seconds to get away from that scar. 1.
You really gonna shoot me?
2.
I'm not fucking moving.
No! What the fuck?
Look, we need to move.
She's gone. Oh my god, she's gone.
Come on.
Those were your fucking people.
Hey, you're my people. Listen to me. We're gonna have to fight to get out of this, okay? And then I need you to show us to those boats. We don't let anybody stop us. Yeah?
Abby has made her final choice to betray the WLF to defend Lev's life. And now it's time to get the fuck out of Dodge and let these two sides destroy each other. It's not really clear if there was a victor. The WLF clearly got massacred, but almost all of the island burnt too. But all that matters is that Abby got Lev out of their safe. It's finally time to pile onto that boat and head out for California, saying goodbye forever to Seattle, the city forever doomed to the endless cycle of war and destruction.
Is that...
Stay behind me.
As she walks closer and closer, her mind is racing. She's hoping to God she didn't take too long. She feels like she failed Yara. She feels like she was too late to save her dad. And she already knows, but she can't leave now. Much like her nightmares, she has to go through that door. It's not even a decision. The clock has reset. A new cycle begins. That skinny girl and Joel's brother will pay for this. As far as Abby knows, they just stabbed a visibly pregnant woman in the throat.
Abby.
At this moment, with barely any time to process it, she realizes that it's not just Owen, Mel, and Manny. Every single one of her friends is dead. Lev is the only person she has left in the whole world, and Abby is all Lev has. With only a split second to mourn, she approaches Tommy. She showed him mercy in Jackson. This time will be different.
I think I don't know what real gold looks like. Wait till you see this, you son of a bitch. She's gonna love it.
Hands up. Back away from your shit. I said back up!
You're making a big mistake.
Don't fucking turn around. Lev, keep your bow on him. Get on the ground.
You gonna kill me like a coward?
Jesse, stand up! Hands in the air, I shoot this one too.
Don't you do it, Ellie. Get out of here.
Stand up! Now!
Don't you fucking dare!
Shut the fuck up! All right?
Stop! Stop!
Was she right to show mercy? Was she right to make Ellie watch? It seems when it comes to revenge, you must scorch the earth to avoid it rebounding. Anything aside from killing everyone who could possibly have an inkling of connection isn't enough. Justified or not, you seek to destroy somebody's life, and you destroy your own in the process.
You killed my friends. We let you both live. And you wasted it.
Nobody in that lodge stopped Abby from going too far. Nobody brought her back to reality. If Lev wasn't there, Abby would have gone too far while she was seeing red.
She had nothing to do with this. She's pregnant.
Good.
Abby!
So, she shows mercy once again. It's right here that she comes to her senses about what this cycle is doing to her and Ellie. So she gives her one final chance to realize too.
Don't ever let me see you again.
But of course, as we know, this entire journey will continue to torture Ellie for a long time. For now, Abby's healing journey just concluded somewhat, and now another one has just begun after losing everyone she had left. But thankfully, she has a goal and an outlet through raising Lev. That, for Abby, is thankfully enough to stop her from losing her mind.
"24, 25 constants. 24, 25 constants."
Okay, Constance. Now we just need...
Oh, we checked this street a week ago. I can't believe you traded a pistol for this.
It's a lead.
No way that guy saw fireflies over here.
Stop. I feel good about this.
Well, I don't.
Come on.
I said earlier that the three main characters are basically the same person. They have an almost identical story that happens in different orders, one after another. In California, Abby comes full circle into a transformation into Joel, when he was finally accepting his role as Ellie's surrogate father. Lev has a lot of learning to do after growing up in a society that rejected the old world.
24:17. Getting warmer.
I hope not. I'm sweating already.
You're such a goober.
What?
Nothing. Let's wear graffiti.
Does that mean fireflies?
No. Nothing I recognize, at least.
All quiet now.
Good.
Knew something was out there.
Yes, you did. Keep your guard up. Let's go back to finding that house.
24, 25.
Attaboy.
With the strongest lead yet, Abby starts to panic when she doesn't find anything. This is Owen's dream she's living. Surely he didn't die for nothing.
Nada. Is it really nothing? It can't be. Lev, I think we're done here.
No, wait.
You find something? Hello? Is this frequency currently in use? This is Abby from Santa Barbara. Is anyone out there?
Abby's dealt extremely well with all of the shit she's been through, because she always had a goal to work towards.
Is this frequency currently in use? This is Abby from Santa Barbara. Hello? Hello?
But if she hits a dead end now, she might not be able to handle it. And you can already see her energy drain, and that knot form in her stomach.
Is this frequency currently in use? Hello, this is Abby from Santa Barbara. Can anyone hear me? If anyone can hear me, please reply. Please answer.
Hi, Abby. We got a clear signal on you. Where in Santa Barbara you calling from?
2425 Constance. We got a tip about a base, but there's no one here. We're looking for fireflies. I'm a firefly.
So the Fireflies really are rebuilding, and the Salt Lake crew never got to see it, let alone even believe it. But Owen and Abby, deep down, never stopped looking for the light. Perhaps one day, in the future, a willing, immune woman could lend her gift to the cause to right some old wrongs.
We pulled everyone back from the satellite stations and brought them back here to home base.
How many of you are there?
We're about 200 strong now, with a few more every month.
Owen was right. You're about to get 2 more. How do we find you?
Get to Catalina Island. Approach the large domed building in Avalon. We'll find you.
Okay. Okay, we'll see you soon. Over and out.
Looking forward to it. Good luck, Abby from Santa Barbara. Over and out.
Come on, let's get back to the sailboat.
Stop! I'm killing now.
Don't you fucking touch him!
Shit. One hell of a catch, huh?
Months later, Ellie arrives in California after being guilt-tripped into hunting Abby down and abandoning her family on this suicide mission. When she discovers Owen's boat to track Abby, she finds Abby's diary that she presumably started writing after she left Seattle. Out of our 2 main characters, Ellie is the artsy one. She writes and plays music, she writes poetry, and she's a gifted artist. Naturally, with her finding outlets for her thoughts, she's been keeping a diary for years. But for Abby, finding a peaceful outlet for her thoughts is new to her, and that's why I think this is the most heartbreaking note you find in the entire game. With Abby writing a diary not just for herself, but as a message to Owen, keeping him updated beyond the grave because he never made it to California. I think I nearly cried when I first read this. She's no poet like Ellie, but these little messages she leaves for Owen have the most gut-wrenching residue of grief in a game full of it. She's so clearly, absolutely, foundationally broken without him. Anyway, Ellie pushes inland and we soon learn that Abby tried to escape and was punished by being strung up and left to die on the beach. Which brings us again to the final showdown. First of all, letting Ellie live saved Abby's life. If she'd have killed her, she would have died on that beach. a fact that Ellie is just now realizing, and as she cuts Abby down. She's a little taken aback by Abby darting for Lev and offering her a way out.
I got you. I got you. They're both this way.
And for a moment, Abby probably feels like thanking her. She may have even told her about the fireflies if Ellie didn't turn around.
I can't let you leave.
I'm not doing this.
Abby is so clearly done with all this. Living in the past will destroy your mental health.
No.
I'm not gonna fight you.
Yes, you will.
He's not a part of this.
You made him a part of this.
She just wants to move on and forget Ellie. And speaking of, I don't even know if Abby is 100% sure what Ellie's name is. Ellie knows Abby's name. She was repeating it to the verge of going insane. It just shows how little Ellie meant to Abby, compared to Abby being all Ellie could think about. Abby thought it was Tommy who killed Owen and Mel after she pushed him off the balcony. Ellie only became a target again when she popped her head up. So along with being confused, Abby probably feels in this moment that this fight is just as pointless as we do. Does she deserve it? Well, yes and no. Just as Ellie deserves to be happy, but also deserves to be alone depending on how you judge her for what she's done. But thankfully for Abby, Ellie randomly decides to let her go, ending the cycle, and she's free to ride off with Lev in search of a happier future.
Go. Just take him.
Well, Abby's future is left somewhat vague, although the main menu after the game ends tells us that she did at least make it to Catalina Island, the new home of the Fireflies. So that brings us to the conclusion of Abby's story. She went through a lot, but her future looks bright. As for the potential third and final chapter of The Last of Us, I would love for Abby to return. The Fireflies are regaining strength, and after everything Ellie learned, maybe she'd be willing to give her life for a new shot at making a cure. As a fiction writer myself, I've had my own ideas of how I would write Part 3, but it's not up to me. And I'm confident that the final chapter will be a hell of a ride. This was Ellie's story, but now it's intertwined with Abby's too. I see a future appearance of her and Lev again one day. Hopefully, maybe, possibly. So we've finally reached the end of The Last of Us Part 2. I hope you enjoyed this mini-series as much as I did. But either way, I'm going to step away from The Last of Us for a while. If you like my videos on The Last of Us, please let me know and I might return to it in the future. There's so much I have to say about this game, Part 1 and the TV show. But for now, let's lock The Last of Us away for the time being, as there's so many more video games, movies and TV shows that I need to talk about. So, I'll see you guys in February for A Shadow of Your Former Self, Part 2, covering Anakin Skywalker. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.